Our game this week, and our final game tonight in the show, is called Shag, Marry, Chop. And it's sponsored by Andrew Christian. Our game is a playful conversation about sex, much like the last opportunity.
And every episode.
Christian
A lot of
is
sex talk.
the literal representation of that playfulness and the world's most recognized sexy fashion brand for men. Iconic names like Trophy Boy, that phrase is just, it rings, it sings. Trophy Boy, swimsuits, underwear are just the start of the Andrew Christian brand. Founded by and dedicated to the LGBTQ plus community, Andrew Christian has become a status symbol for straight men wanting to adopt the lifestyle of our community. And that's exactly what Andrew Christian represents. The brand support of our community is completely unparalleled. Pride events, major parties, and charitable fundraisers, and many of the issues that have become critical to the gay community are all supported by Andrew Christian. And by the way, we congratulate Andrew Christian personally because he's been honored as 2022's Out 100. Congratulations for that. His brand presence in pop culture, entertainment, video, and so much more is why Andrew Christian is so loved and is our sponsor of Shag, Marry, Chop. And this time, our theme is turning up the heat in Wakanda. Yeah. And here are our hottest picks. First up is Namor, the mutant leader of the undersea Mayan kingdom of Tolakan.
Just hearing you say it is
Caucasian. It's the Caucasian spice.
No, no.
It's all mayonnaise.
I know.
All mayonnaise.
This is white. Wait, y'all are going to read me on.
No, the nerd part of me right now is living for
Are
this
you
moment.
living?
Oh my
Okay.
God. That boy, baby.
All right, well, here's where we go off the cliff.
Oh my God.
Okoye?
Yep, you got it.
Did I get it?
You got it. You got it.
She is the former general of the Dora Milaje and the head of Wakanda.
Come on,
You made it.
yes.
This is high praise. High praise is going on here. And M'Baku,
Oh,
Yes.
the current king of Wakanda and leader of the Jabari tribe. So let's play our game, Shag, Marry, Chop. Now let's go to the only person that knows nothing about. No, let's not do that. Faye, let's start with you.
Oh, okay,
You
all
lead
right.
us off.
I am gonna shag M'Baku because he's a hottie, and yeah, I mean, look at that body, look at that face, look at that. I'm all about it. I am going
You like
to.
the bigger
Okay,
boy?
I
ballroom
do
scene.
love the bigger boy. He's like a bear, but like a straight bear.
He
Like,
is.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
it.
he
Like,
is,
I'm all about
girl.
it. He's just look at those lips.
The
I
confidence.
can get
All
lost
of
in
it.
that, like just
He
that swag.
He thinks he can beat up anybody.
I would let him beat me up.
I let him
And I wouldn't call the cops or anything.
Yes,
Puffy.
Chris
Like it
Brown.
would be totally good. It would be
Come on, Rihanna.
black on brown like stuff.
can
It would
be
be
in
really
on
yummy.
it.
I love it.
And you're married?
I am gonna marry Okoye. I know. But it's like, come on, look at her. I mean, we can make beautiful babies and live
Yes.
a long life. Of
Well, you're also a lesbian.
lesbianism, like, you know.
Caramello.
No, but I
yes.
always play this game sincerely.
You
know
do,
that,
you do,
right?
yes.
Like it's
Yeah.
not. It always is a bunch of men that I
was
have
gonna
to
say.
Yes.
play the game,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
I mean,
No.
so come on. I get to have the hot woman.
More
Let me
women.
marry her.
More women.
No.
Wait, are you
No.
asking permission?
Never.
I want that Wakanda.
Never.
I want that Wakanda branded
Never.
a U-Haul to
Wait,
show
why
up,
is your
right?
hands out like this?
Yeah, what the
talking
hell?
about-
I'm talking about a U-Haul. I'm talking about a Wakanda U-Haul. I want that to show up.
Black U-Haul.
And by
Right?
you- oh, by
Yes.
One more
you.
time. Auntie Mavis,
Yeah.
Wakanda. What's
Yeah, Wakanda. That's Wakanda, honey.
you?
You don't know yet.
Wakanda.
Somebody better tell you.
You think he knows?
He don't know.
You know.
He don't know.
She said she'd be one that Wakanda.
I was very quiet when elimination
don't
was
know.
bragging. I could brag right along with
Oh,
it.
we know.
I got the evidence to show it.
But we know.
I got the evidence to prove it. What you want?
Yo, we ain't trying to make a map on this
Let me
table
get
now.
the
Come on
measuring
now.
tape, bitches. Anyway, so that means I am chopping Namor. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
That was a
Map.
tough one. Namore, sorry, because that was tough. That was a tough one because he was a hottie too.
Yeah, so brown is not so interesting to you?
Well, Brown is always interesting to me. Well, what are you talking about? Well, I'd have an orgy right there.
Okay.
In the bathroom. Okay.
And Jonathan Cassandra.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm going the same way as.
You gonna marry her?
I am gonna marry. Yeah, I'm gonna marry Okoye.
She's so
I'm gonna
badass.
bang or shag M'Baku,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna chop Namor.
Now, he might hurt you.
Who? M'Baku?
He would like it.
He can hurt me all he wants.
See? Have
But-
you seen his boyfriend?
but he's gonna be
his
surprised.
boyfriend's huge.
He's gonna be surprised because I'll flip that shit real quick.
Like a vice
And I'll
grip.
turn that paint right on his
I was
ass.
sitting here wondering, wait.
Like a vice grip, Henny.
He's kind of a grizzly.
Yeah, that's what I like. I'm into that shit.
I know you are.
Watch my OnlyFans.
Right, tell about it, baby.
Watch my OnlyFans.
There
You
we
gonna find
are.
out.
Right now.
Wait, make sure you follow the new OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's at Wakanda.
M'Baku, I know she better don't.
All right, they don't. She better don't.
Yes, girl.
Okay, and oh my gosh, you're rejecting it. Wait, the two Latinos immediately reject the Latino?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's
That's how
fine.
it be
It's
sometimes.
Latino hate crime. That's okay.
Happens all the time in North Miami.
I was gonna say, like,
Wait, what's
that's common. That is common down here. That's very common.
Just another Tuesday.
I mean,
Wow.
it is
Okay.
Hialeah.
Very
right?
common.
Okay, and Auntie Maine, who are you going to shag?
So M'Baku can beat the doors down. I'm gonna shag that, climb that tree. I had to lock my nail.
She broke a nail.
I'm gonna climb that oak tree. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna pick some fruit. It's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna say that right now. Right? It's nice. I'm gonna say some chocolate covered cherries. Namor, you gonna be my husband because
there
yes,
we are.
honey, he's into
Now,
eating.
what do you like about him?
Like him, the actor, or him, the character?
No, it's only the character.
Him, the character. Namor is a badass character in the Marvel universe.
The ankle wings is not just
my God.
too silly for
I don't get it. No. No.
Fly together, right?
Somebody is in the ocean and they get out and they can fly in the air.
indeed,
Yes,
yes.
honey. Let's do it. Do whatever you got to do, right? We keep it freaky. It's
Fly up in
fine,
your
right?
waters.
Even better if you can carry me while you flying. I will take it, right?
Us right there.
That save us on some plane tickets
And
right there.
Marian's gonna save us some plane tickets.
I'm gonna say, right?
Wait,
It's expensive.
Wait,
100%.
sexy is value oriented?
Yes! Everybody loves a bargain. That's why we got BJ's. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves a bargain.
I'm aligned.
Costco and
I'm aligned.
BJ's. Right? Okoye, I love you, girl. We gonna go shopping together. Like, we gonna have a good time. I'm gonna chop you, but it's in the friend zone chop. It ain't like we gonna be friends, girl.
She's fine with me. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
exactly. Right.
Well,
We
she
gonna
do, I mean,
we gonna hang out with Faye. It's gonna be fun. We got a double date with Namor.
Elimination? What are you going to be doing?
So, like, kudos to the production for finding us some melanin and some beautifulness. That's
Yes.
choose from.
Finding some what?
Melanin.
Some melanin.
It's
Melanin,
you don't
Al,
have.
melanin.
It's you don't have.
Not
Don't worry
melatonin.
about
Wait,
it. Santa Claus, stay right
Wait,
there.
was that a white hate crime?
For
Close.
just 20 cents, you can have the melanin deficient person right here on the panel.
Wait, did I just get hit by a
Cue
truck?
Sarah McLachlan.
In the arms of the
I am actually going to postpone Okoye
There you go, postpone.
because because we're gonna do some things later on down the road. M'Baku, I want to share because I feel like we can wrestle, we can do some things. The animalistic thing will come out.
Put that on OnlyFans right there.
I would
Put
watch
that
that.
on OnlyFans.
Hell to the yeah.
I want to see
There's
go
a
through that.
$3,000 only.
Wait,
Lord
that,
have mercy.
All right.
That's definitely a pay-per-view.
Wait, here's the question because we hear the legendary bragging. that
Absolutely,
comes
I'm gonna
from
break
you.
all day, every day. So
And
Namor,
he's got legendary bragging too.
He does.
You meet up with a big old boy like that.
and so the goal is
Have you seen his cakes? They're made for each other.
not only would I eat cakes, but I would never starve.
That's right, little Debbie, honey.
I would dive in as deep as I can.
Yes.
And then I feel like he would
curious,
wrestle
in this
to make
instance,
sure that
use
he's going to
him.
be.
Use him as an example.
Use him all day, every day. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Certainly,
Sorry?
you've encountered big, beefy bear boys like that think, I'm the alpha, you're not going to be the alpha.
And typically, society says they have to be, but all they really want to be is their knees on the bed,
Pillow
with
queen.
their back in the air, with the ass open for me to
Thank
handle.
you. That's what I was trying
And
to say.
So daddy identifies, and daddy knows what needs to happen. And Baku, I got him all day, every day.
Yes.
I would watch
Teddy.
I would lick
right
it
now.
Well,
I'm going to make a note tomorrow to marketing where
I
this
can't
guy
wait.
is for sure going to watch this.
I can't wait.
Please do. That's hashtag him, tag him out. And so I would marry Namor. And because as a comic, as a person who loved the comic series, he's into water sports. He loves water.
Yes, he does.
And so I feel like we can do some things inside the water. I can't swim. However, he can teach me how to swim. I can give him some water sports.
Ooh, yeah.
You can't
to-
swim at all.
At all. But I feel like just the fact that he's a prince.
He'll teach you, honey.
He could teach me.
Or he could just
Or not,
swim
or he
with
could just
you.
carry you.
Yeah.
That's it. Why would you learn?
So let's be clear.
I'm done,
Can you
yeah.
imagine flowing through the water, me riding his kicks as we float? through
Yeah.
the rhythm of the
imagining it
ocean?
right now,
The
actually.
rhythm of the ocean, and then
I'm
we
actually
fly
okay
through
with
the
that.
sky with those ankle
I love
things.
that.
Like,
What,
oh my
what,
gosh.
what do you think about him as a character in the relationship that you do in marrying him? That he's good and he's bad, and you don't know at any given moment the good nature of him and the bad nature of him.
So my name is Elimination. I earned this name for a reason, because at the end of the day, I can be this, I can be that. That this two-spirit individual is amazing at that I am never going to be what you want me to be.
Elimination, in case you all don't know, because we've never talked about this at It's Happening Out, Elimination's ancestral family is Native American from North Carolina. And that's where his...
Oh, we talked
kudos-
about it.
And
We
kudos
did
to
talk
you, because
about
one
it.
of the shows you actually pronounced the tribal name correctly
Right.
and the history. So kudos again to you for you doing your work.
It's very funny that he said that because my tribal family is the Sioux Nation
Oh, is
in the
it? I didn't
Dakotas.
know
So when
that.
you said that, I was like, oh, because we used to have a license plate on the back of our car that said "We Sioux," and people thought it was like
A lawyer
A lawyer
thing?
yeah,
thing.
lawyer thing. I was like, no, y'all, it's a tribe.
So at the end of the day, the fact that he can be whoever he wants to be, how he chooses to be and to live, that shit is hot to
Even
me.
sexier.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, my nipples for 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't mean to touch my mic. And so those are my choices.
Those are
That's
your
what he
mics.
calls it now? Okay.
And
I can
again,
speak into it.
the post-
Hello.
So you're chopping.
Hello.
No,
Echo.
I'm postponing.
Postponing, okay.
Because
Just
I
postponing.
think that the poly life could come in because he's in the water. She's on land.
That's right.
Oh my God,
Best of
I got the
both
best of both
worlds, right?
worlds.
You can't be
right there.
breathing all the time in that water,
Let me tell
girl.
you, baby.
An interesting thing.
You guys are taking this real
For
serious.
me, I'm not playing this game, but for me, she is one of the sexiest
She really is.
characters
Oh my gosh.
I've ever seen.
That's
Literally, on screen, you cannot take your eye
I
off.
want to lick her ear.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I want to be friends with her so
Out of
I
all
can
the
go.
things
I
that's
want
in
to
her
go to
ear.
the lesbian bar so I get free
He
drinks.
helps, exactly.
I just want to see her
She-
her knees and just like talk to me, like give me that scout and give me that
rates.
empowerment.
You said her
that
knees?
empowerment. I want to sit down as a kid, Indian style, and watch. Tell me how to be that powerful. Tell me how to be that amazing.
He redefines masculinity and femininity
Yep.
in that she is totally
Beautifully.
in control.
Beautifully.
Exactly, and you'd enjoy it. Like I would let her be the top and say, "Please,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
top me."
interesting. All right.
You guys have talked
All right, now here's
No,
the
no.
shag.
And we all exhale.
We still daddy?
Yeah.
We got to- we got-
Everybody's going, ask Trini, ask Trini.
We all waiting now.
No, we're waiting.
Who said that?
All right. Nobody want to hear it.
He'd be like,
That movie.
And,
What was
and I'm
that?
teeing you
What are
right
people?
up, Faye, for this. But when I saw, I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yes.
What a
of course.
surprise!
movies.
What a surprise!
I saw the first one. I saw the first
Okay.
Now,
Oh,
when
surprise.
when
It's not on channel 4, 6,
Yeah.
or 10, so he hasn't seen it.
one. I'm gonna catch up over the holiday. I'm gonna catch up over the holiday.
when talkies finally come out, he's going to get to the movie theater.
But when I was on Facebook and Instagram, I saw somebody post a picture of Namor. That's how you say it, right?
Yes.
Namor?
Yes.
Namor.
Namor. Just
Okay.
call him Namor.
Namor. And they were saying all these things about how sexy he is and everything, and I didn't know anything about. I didn't know what movie he was from or anything. And I
He
said,
looks very much like you, by the way.
"Thank you for saying that first, because I was about to say that."
Oh,
think-
modest.
Yeah, look at that.
Say it.
Modest.
Eat him alive, Al. Why did you?
Modest.
I told you I was teasing
You would have. You really would have.
Modest.
So when I-
you chop him,
So
right?
at first,
You chop him.
'Cause you
Is that
left
right?
yourself.
Is that
so
what you-
I thought he was Indian at first, and I thought he was. I didn't know what movie he was from.
Mexican.
So yeah,
right.
but I thought he was from like the other side of the world.
But he can dance.
So I looked at him and I said,
You can do
people
what
are
you want.
looking at somebody like that and thinking that they're attractive. And it was mind-blowing to me. I've never been a person that has to see themselves on TV
Oh my
in
God.
order to see whatever.
Excuse me.
But I understand other people who feel like they need that representation. But for the first time, I saw people like drooling over a dude that has features that are similar to mine.
And
I'm not saying I look
Wait,
exactly like
wait,
him.
wait.
But
Why was that important to you?
it wasn't important to me because I don't have I have good self-esteem, but I have never seen a person that looks like that ever
gotta watch more TV.
in Hollywood,
gosh.
where that kind of look and that person was hailed as being beautiful. I've seen being intelligent, I've seen being whatever, but being hot,
Why is that
never
important
seen
to
that.
you? Why? What are you telling us?
When I saw that, I said to myself, I'm like, things are kind of changing, and it was really a great moment for me.
And do you find it hot?
It was hot, yeah. I think that finally, more than like anything that related to me, I said finally, I think people are coming around to seeing that people who have different features than what are the standard. Because I hear that all the time with black, and I'm kind of this mixed kind of gray in between area, but I've seen many black leading men. I've seen Waiting to Exhale and Stella got her groove back and all the stuff with these, but I've never seen.
I know there's more movies.
Yeah, but I've never seen anybody that looks like that.
We know what you're
And
going to be
so-
dressed as for next Halloween. The
those
more,
front
right?
So now, I am.
We're so
Yes, I can make
So-
that for you.
All right,
so
we
you
get
know.
together. So now to
take
play
him
the
around,
game,
hold his hand,
the
take
game, I have to shag
Wait,
them more.
I've got one more question about that. If
You really are.
Al's intrigued, y'all. Come on.
Al is
and
picturing
we are
it.
all intrigued, and the reason is because
I'm not
Trini's,
intrigued.
Trini's
I
an
am.
attractive guy.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
And while he says, I've got great self-esteem, there's contradiction in what he's saying. Because what he is saying as it relates to, I don't see this, and finally there's some representation that people are thinking this is attractive. You
I didn't
need
know
him
that.
to do that for you, ever. You don't need that character to know that. That's true for black, that's true for trans, that's true for lesbians, that's true for everything. The difference in, it just seems to me interesting in that the white, gay, privileged gay joke that I make all the time, I don't need anyone else's approval to tell me this is how I should feel. That's what I just.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Because everyone
That's
looks
easy
like
for you to say.
Because everyone
Do
is
you
white.
feel that way?
I know.
He doesn't feel that way,
I feel in
obviously.
real life,
That's what
I
I'm
feel
pointing
just
out.
confident. In Hollywood, I've never seen this.
And so
So
that's
that's why I
important.
think that the
Yes.
progress in Hollywood, where maybe there are some people who would never have considered that look as being attractive. So,
Okay.
and then that takes it to a whole nother level of like, well, who you
So
gonna
that's
shag,
your-
marry,
that's
chop?
your shag?
You're
I'm
right.
gonna shag that because I think that would be just a really interesting experience.
Yes, I'd watch that on
because I've
Vans.
never shagged
You
anybody that looked like
would,
that.
right?
Shag him,
A little
shag
tripe.
you,
Oh,
or
by
both.
Latin
I have to
right?
shag
You got the
them.
name
That's
to
just
say.
how I feel comfortable with.
I know them.
And for to marry, I have to marry
Yeah, man,
Okoye
I've seen
because I picture myself putting my forehead to her forehead.
What?
And just in like this
Staring into
tantra
her
kind of
eyes.
gaze.
Ooh,
Like
yes.
just like looking at each other,
Come on,
absorbing
Sting.
everything that we have
Get off
to
my wife.
exchange with each other. And just let me get into my light right quick. And I just want to
Let me get into
be
my light.
so close right to her.
The ego on
And
this
just
boy.
like, I want to be her adversary.
right?
I want to be her ally. I
like-
want to be
I definitely-
everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
You're gonna have a spiritual orgasm, but not a
we're
real
gonna
one.
challenge each other. We're gonna do everything
gonna
with
speak
each
I'm
other.
brain to
curious.
brain.
I'm curious. Okay, so
Come
you
on,
do that.
Sting.
Oh well, it's not fair because you haven't
Summer
watched
Sale.
Wakanda. Would you win or would she win?
I always
Oh.
win.
Whoa.
No, he saw the
I'm
first
gonna win
one.
against her. I'm gonna win against her.
Clearly, you have not watched
And
the
in
second movie.
Baku, she probably beat my ass.
But
yeah,
you
she could
still
beat my
win
ass.
because you like that.
But I'm gonna win because I'll win her over
mind
here.
is meant-
Do you-
It's all- yeah, it's a
No,
mental
serious.
thing.
I'm asking you a serious question. Do you think it's sweet of how naive he really is?
Sweet would not be the word that I would use, but
What word would you use?
Disgusting.
idiotic.
no.
No. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think he's just calling himself good looking by saying that he looks like this guy. You guys are all interpreting it like so different. And he's like, look, I look like him. Look at me, I'm hot.
No,
No,
that's
I don't-
not.
I-
That's not. That's
hold
not
on.
the intention.
Let me say,
it really
Trini.
isn't.
And I would shag myself.
Really
I
isn't.
think.
But I'm okay with that, even if he
I was
did do
gonna
that.
say,
Yeah.
I mean,
wait.
I'm okay,
Hold on,
yeah.
just in defense of Trini, how is that different than any of the rest of you?
I was gonna
at
say
this table?
for Trini,
Right.
literally, like
all of you do that.
here's the thing, right? And this is all no shade to you, right? We live in a society where people of color, of all colors, right, regardless of queer, straight, whatever, people of color have never been told consistently that you are valid, you are attractive, you are worthy, all of that, right? And I mean, all of us here are at least old enough to say that the media now is changing,
Yes.
but most of us grew up in a time where that was not a thing,
I saw La Bamba.
right?
You
Exactly.
and you have to
So I
learn.
feel for him.
You
because
have
that-
to learn how to accept.
Right.
Exactly.
What
Right.
you're
And that
hearing.
takes time.
I don't even think that way. Honestly,
Exactly.
I don't. I don't
But you
even
wouldn't think
consider
that
it.
way, Al.
No, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. And not to go too deep here because we're just playing a fun game. But
Yo,
that's
for
the
real.
sad thing in this conversation.
Yes.
It's washing over me. Oh, I'm so
But even
sad y'all feel that
queer
way.
folks, again, like, as I shared that, I didn't realize how beautiful I was growing up because I was skinny, I had curly hair, I was short, and so I had to embrace who I was. Yeah, there was the Elder Barges, there was the Albie Shores, there was all those pretty light
That was
skinned
the
folks.
small.
But they were there,
Small
and
number.
they still had support. And so when Trini says that, I feel a little shame because I'm thinking, yeah, you didn't watch enough TV because brown folks, but they're pretty brown folks was on TV. They could give you that sense of awareness and sense of beauty. But then the second time is you also mentioned how you didn't like yourself in the mirror. So what I encourage you to do is go back and take a moment and look at that reflection because that reflection
For
is
sure.
so
For
beautiful.
Put on a
But if I can
harness
just
and
say
just
the
stand in front
difference
of the mirror.
between the black icons and the brown icons, which they are kind of mixed together, is that I don't want to compare like traumas or whatever with it.
We know.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, absolutely.
Is
Say what
that
you gonna
at
say.
least with black folks that they had like this kind of sexy body masculinity kind of thing with them, whereas brown folks were not. And I'm not talking about Latinos.
No, you're talking
I'm
about-
talking
yeah, I
about
know.
like
Brown
people who look
folks.
like me.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Were either portrayed as like taxi cab drivers or
7-Eleven
this
guy.
or whatever.
Right.
I have never seen
A
somebody
boob.
that looks like that. And even though he's not in it, he just kind of looks that way.
Right.
And so that's what I was like, wow, that's great that
that's
somebody
super
like
interesting.
looked like that.
It's true.
Is like kind of a
You're
sex
right.
icon.
Got
I mean, what's the fellow
And
from
so I chopped the other
the
guy.
Eternals, right? The comedian from Eternals. When he got into shape, right?
yeah.
Right. He got into shape, and it was shocking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was almost as shocking because he was a Pakistani man
Mm-hmm.
that was in superhero shape.
Yes.
And he still is not considered, in my opinion, because I was watching him last night, like a sexy
No.
dude.
Yeah.
He's considered like, oh, he looked great for that
Right.
film role,
Yeah.
but he's not considered. And there has not been one
There's a
person
label.
yet that looks like,
But I mean-
that has been considered
I don't know.
that.
I love
Well, welcome to the party, honey.
I love Raj.
Welcome to the party. We've all been there for like 10
Okay.
years. I'm so glad you finally
Okay.
Vamos.
And just for clarity, your chop is,
M'Baku.
Umbaku.
and that's because it's
Process of elimination.
You
just
upset?
Process of elimination.
No, more for me.
Baby, come to the elimination chamber.
More
I got
for
big plans for you.
me.
wow.
Not
This
when
turned
I'm
out to be a
winning.
super interesting Shagmary.
Because we're interesting people.
Yes, you are.
The most diverse in the
Ever.
world.
Exactly right.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.